Well, guys, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome to Noah Mystery Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Noah Shaddy, and the baddest producer that ever lived, Lincoln, a dog and I, wherever he might be.
Well, I gotta get this done, man.
All right, man, I'm on it. How's everybody doing today? So, I'm having minor issues. Not bad. And I say minor. One side of my phone is not working. I don't know what it is yet, but I will narrow this down. Oh, you put the other ones on there because screwed up. She's like, oh my God, do my God. Can't imagine why the could be the cord. Anyway, yeah, hang on. Wow. I apologize, everybody. I thought I was more on, but I'm not. But I am now. Everybody, what's up? Back to normal. And if I have not technical difficulties, if they don't take place, neither can you. Whatever it is you're doing. I hope my board's not going out. Oh, that's not good. Anyway, bye. Break it. Well, you know what? If we're tired anyway.
Wake up! Commercial, put a little makeup!
Yeah. I think it's a little busy, and I'm just sort of, I don't know, I'm not really rushing around today. Not that I really ever do rush around, but that's fun. I'll probably break that. I shouldn't do that. All right, guys. Get on with the show, mate. All right. How's everybody doing today? Even though I've asked it 50 times. Well, I'll tell you one thing that's for damn sure, and that for damn sure is... Wow, that's not even on low. Wow. Woo! Get funky, brother. All right, man. Now, today, I don't know. We're just gonna have fun. I want to start off. Oh, everybody. Okay, Michaela Moore. Just making sure that I say her name. I was saying her name. I talked to her yesterday. She is an author. I talked to her yesterday, and I think she said 3 books, maybe 4, or maybe it was she was going to be working on another one. We'll get into the details of what it is, but you can buy her books at, she said Barnes & Noble and probably her website. I'll have all that information more. I'm just trying to get everybody excited for it. Sounds like a great author. I am, it says she writes murder mysteries. And the way that she started writing is quite amazing. You guys got to check that out. Don't miss her coming on. I don't have the exact date yet, but I do have it in the works. I'm writing up everything now and getting emails sent, and all the fun preparations. I try to take my guests very seriously when I have them on. I love having people on here, so it's a big treat for me. I can't wait. I talked to her yesterday. Super cool girl. I really enjoyed talking with her. Anyway, you guys, I think you will too. Don't miss that show. Like I said, I'll have the details of exactly when it is. In the meantime, the names of her books. If I could, would I? That might be one she was for. I'll get it all. I have it written down somewhere. And, anyway, you can look her up by author. It's Michaela Moore. Yeah, you can either Google her or anyway, like I said, I will have her details. I will have it all when she is coming on. Anyway, that's something to look forward to. Also, check out our crowdfund page. I got this thing set up. 50% of all proceeds go to animal shelters, things like that, to help, people with vet costs, homeless animals. I do as much as I can, with giving homeless dog, a place to live. If I could live somewhere out farther, I would have a million animals. But I live in this city, and not only can you only have a certain amount, but my house is just not. It's getting ready to be a smaller apartment, but that's music. But I can only keep so many. But if you check out our website, our website, it's https://NAMysterypodcast.podbean.com. And you can see everything there. It's all the podcast episodes. They pop up there. Let's see. I don't have any merch yet, but got an awesome shirt coming out with Lincoln on it. Our baddest producer ever in this world. Lincoln, where are you at? Hey, Lincoln. Lincoln. Come here. Come on, bub. There he is. Come on. Get up here. Lincoln. Up here. Lincoln, get up here. Come on, your sister's not up. Oh, come on, get on. What is up, Lincoln? You don't want to talk? Okay, well, whatever. You just take it easy, my friend. I sure love having my dog. Anyway, so check out our our website. Just check out our website. Lincoln's been putting a lot of, updating. I probably will be updating more. I try to stay on that stuff. And I will, and I do. Because I'm not sure how many people get on it, but you can get all of our podcast episodes. You can check out our crowdfunding page. Also, if you are on Podbean, go on my site and become a fan on my. Podbean finally opened up a fan base page for me. It's free to get it. You don't have to have any Podbeaner points, beans, or whatever. Of course, if you want to donate, that's awesome. If you do not, still so awesome. Anybody that wants to just get my newsletters, things like that, because the more people I get on there, the more newsletters I will put out. I appreciate the people that are on it. But if you are not, go on my page and become a fan. Well, it's fun. Also, leave comments. I love everyone's comments. And if you have anything you want to hear, please let me know. Also, I really need to keep this at the end of everything. But, and if you want to email me your story, email me at namysterypodcast@gmail.com. And now, my friends, let's get into... Oh, yeah. We love them all, don't we? Stories of the estranged. Now, getting into this more, which we all love and know. Well, man, I can't do that or I'll get in trouble. Woo! Come on, girl. Come on. Here. Come here. Chevy, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, we got you back right. Man, she was skinny bone when we found her. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. She is filled back out. She's a good puppy, man. Really good. I think she's not a puppy, but an older one. Don't let her hear me saying that, though. Lexi, I know you're a little young. Okay. I'm trying to think of what. Well, usually the first 30 minutes I like to talk about, just what's going on. Any news coming out, anything that's going on, and then the second part of the episode, I like to read emails or stories. I don't know. I'm really glad Michaela's coming on here, and here's why. Because, I try to cover everything of whatever is mysterious or, interesting, and then whatever it is. But the one thing I don't get into a whole lot, but I want to, is like murder mystery stories. Whether real or fictional written stories. Because I always love the mystery story of missing people. Not that I'm saying I love that people go missing, but there's some really interesting stories about people disappearing and reappearing, or I can't. I don't know. I feel like I can't say I like murder mystery stories because I can't really. I feel like I'm, about people getting murdered. But anyway, I get off. Anyway, now this I'm gonna get right into. If anybody has anything that you want to talk about, please hit me up. Anything new, anything that's come up. I heard a real cool. Okay, wait. And I heard it on a guy's podcast on here. I think he's a good friend of mine. I really like him. Oh my God, he just changed his name. Oh shit, I'll remember. But anyway, he does a real cool podcast about. He's really into the alien thing, and man, he's got cool stuff on there. Like alien abductions, and they had this guy doing an interview with somebody. I forget his name. Sorry, I'm not very informational, but that's a second. Well, it's early. Yeah, it's the only excuse I have. If I say I'm a dumbass too much, and that you can't do that. Big Chief, that was his name. He's changed it. Anyway, he did a really cool interview with this guy. It was a conversation this dude had about, I guess this guy's been involved in like a lot of alien abduction type experience things. And he's been into the whole, I don't know the guy personally, but you know how you can listen to someone tell a story and the details are so good that you're like, there's no way this person could be making this up. There's no way. And I hear these people talking, and I'm like, dude, there's just no way. Now, of course, you gotta take it with whatever it is, but I don't like how people talk about how people are crazy. I don't like that. But this guy was talking about, he was talking, like animal cow mutilations and things like that. And man, those animal mutilations that happen in the snow and there's no tracks around and there's like a precision cuts, and you can't find tracks anywhere. Is that a red flag for me? To anyone else? Is it just? It can't just be me. Anyone? Bueller? Yeah, it's and man, some of these people. Well, the more detailed people that have experienced more with alien abductions and things of that nature. The people that you can tell the people that are kind of like, in it, and the people that are like, in it. I've been dealing with it their whole life. He was talking about different groups of people, which this is something I found very interesting. And it sounds very true. This guy was talking about the different groups of people in the alien abduction world or whatever. And he said, you have the group, and he said, I think this is the biggest group of the people that think, or that look at the alien thing as like they praise them. They want to be, they want to be, they want to believe in it so bad, or that they don't see the alien thing as spooky, or you have the people that hate them, you have the people that are totally for them. There's a particular author that I cannot stand. If I can think of the book, I will say it, because I just don't like it. It doesn't mean he's bad. That's just my opinion, pretty much. Who cares? You might like him though, but cannot think of what the book was. But I did not like it anyway. There's a group of people that I guess I don't know. He didn't say the experiencers, but they think that the alien thing is like they want it to be. They praise it, which I'm all about. Hey man, come get me. I'm ready to go. Even if you're gonna take me towards, that's fine. I went off this place. Just not a big fan of the human race. Then you have the group of people that are the group of people that are the what are God? You know what? I don't want to. I guess like the government type people. There's a name for them. I can't think of it. Then you have the third group of people where they're the people that mimic what these alien people are doing or things are doing. And then the fourth, where people are just plain, crazy, that hurt animals. Now, this is all in the animal mutilation thing in itself. Now, I found it interesting because you really do. You can really break it down into categories. And as much as I don't like to categorize anybody or anything or whatever, it just, it's there. Like the sky is blue and the grass is green. There's just some facts you just can't, hot and cold, it's something that's a variable. It can change. But not something. But anyway, I apologize if that's boring to a conversation to you. Light Bright, what is going on? How are you doing? I just looked down and saw this. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I love Podbean people. Okay. Is that better? Maybe. Wait a minute. How are you doing? How have you been doing? What's been going on? Sorry about the boring conversation I'm having, but on the inside. Really? Do you know a lot of... Okay, wait, don't go anywhere. Okay, awesome. Okay. Do you know a lot about the animal mutilation thing? Do you, dolled up for work? Awesome. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Good. I'm glad I could bore you for that. I totally understand it for this. Do you know a lot about the whole, alien, I'm not going to say cow, animal mutilation type thing? Well, I have an animal, all my 50% of all my proceeds that I make off of my podcast go to animal shelters or people that can't pay their vet bills, or I won't, and so I'm an animal lover. So obviously, when I hear anything about animals being mutilated, I am instantly like, oh, that is some green donkey bullshit. But this guy was talking about these animal mutilations, and I find it, I'm not going to say fascinating. Yeah. I try to as well, to read as much as I can, and then just get, and that's the one thing everybody should do is take a topic and read as much and get as much information as you can, because only you can, it is difficult to find credible information, and it's also, yeah, exactly. You got to take, well, first where you get the information, and then obviously it goes to who's giving the information. But a lot of the people that are in, what is that? It starts with an M. I did. Honestly, I'm kind of in the embarrassed mood if I can't remember. Not MILF. Not that. Anyway, the ones that are in the snow and there's no tracks around, but these horses or cows or whatever it is have these precision cuts in them. That, and there's blood around. but there's no trail of blood anywhere past that, or some when the ones that don't have blood. Actually, a little bit more fascinating, not in a good way, but it's really interesting that to me that really you you can't lie in the snow. You know what I mean? Like if you, you either track it or you don't. There's not a in between. I mean, even if it snows on top of where it tracked, usually you can see indentions. So how in the world, unless I guess people could have helicopters and do it and really make it look, you know, whatever. But I don't, not, pretty sure not. A lot of people have the helicopter pads in the back of their house. Now, if you do, God damn, invite me over because I want to go. And the crop circles are amazing. You know, here's the thing about crop circles. When I don't know how old everybody is back here, but I'm like in what I'm 47, I think. 6. And when I was younger, the crop circle thing was amazing. Now they caught these particular people. Do you? I want to ride it. Tell them, can they fly to Oklahoma? I don't know where you live, but have them. I fly drones. I build like racing drones, and I build different drones and fly them. But I want a helicopter. I really do. I rode a helicopter in Hawaii, and you went over the volcano. God, it was cool. I got to sit on the outside, with the open door. God, it was. Oh, yeah, I loved it. It was super fun. Can you have that? Yeah, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, yeah, the whole of the world, right in the middle of, there's nothing but just extreme heat. I guess you could go south. You're not far from there? Okay. Can you come fly over and grab me? I'll climb up the rope to get up to the helicopter thing. I probably wouldn't make it with 2 feet, but I'll try, and then you guys can fly. Oh, be like Tom Cruise and just hang off. Well. Oh, really? Oh, you do know. Yeah, Tahlequah. That's right there. Yep, you definitely are not. We're not far away. I want to move to Arkansas so bad, and I'm in between jobs right now. Oh, Eufaula. I love Eufaula. Yeah. Eufaula in Arkansas? No, it isn't. Ah, Texarkana. Yeah. See, I want to move to Arkansas so bad. I have a cabin there, and it's between Fort Smith and Russellville. And well, I don't remember what the. It's a tiny town. You walk through it, 10 minutes or 5. God, what is? Anyway, we have a cabin with land there, and so I've spent a lot of time in Arkansas. Oh, really? Turner Falls? I have not. Wow, man, that's a great place. I have not even thought about going there in a long time. Man, that's awesome. We might meet you up there and say what's up. Only because I want to get out in the. I haven't really been swimming a lot, and me and Lincoln like to go out to different water holes and swim, or just out hiking. Um, I love getting out, and me and Lincoln try to go camping as much as we can, and try to. Of course, I don't have my phone anymore, so I don't have a hotspot, and that blows donkey green balls. But I'm gonna hopefully get it fixed very, very soon. Um, yeah, that's Turner Falls is not far from us at all. We might do that. Let me know when you're going. Um, yeah, I would love to get out and do something like, you know. Um, I haven't been there in a while. I want to go to Blue Hole too. There's a couple places that me and Lincoln need to go. We really want to just get out and go camping really, really soon as well. What is spelunking? What is that? Is that in a castle? In a waterfall? Yeah. I totally want to go. You let me know when you go. We might go head out that way and just say what's up and hang out. Yeah, man, that would be a great excuse for me to get the fuck away from this place, city, town, city for a minute. Tulsa is not. I don't know. I moved to Seattle to get away, and then really mostly what I hate about Oklahoma is the summers. Oh, you'll okay. Like August. Oh, that's coming right up, isn't it? Man, what is today? The 19th or something? Man, this whole year has gone by so fast that I can't believe it. Awesome. I'll mark my calendar for that. That would be super awesome. Lincoln? Oh man, he's out. God, he's out. Like, Lincoln is out. Okay, I'm gonna post this one so I can get Lincoln, whatever you do, do not. They ruin his little. God, he's. Oh no, he woke up. No, he didn't. I think he knows I'm gonna take a picture. No. Oh God, what a. Man, I just love my dog. Yeah, he's totally out. We were doing this episode, and he was all excited about it. He grabbed the mic, and he was getting on there, and ooh, oh, okay, cave exploring. Ooh, man, yeah, is that by chance underwater, or is that just in case? Yeah, I love the whole cave thing. I can get the claustrophobic thing, but it depends what kind of alcohol I'm consuming. You know, it really does work with the not underwater. Yeah, that would be. I don't know if I could do that. But have you ever gone out to Lost Valley? I might be in Arkansas, maybe, but really cool place. God, it's gorgeous. You used to be able to camp there, and I think they closed down the campgrounds. But they've got a cave that you can walk out to. I mean, well, I mean, you can walk out to any of them, but that you can go back into, and you go back, and man, it gets real narrow. But then it opens up into a really big room, and there's a huge, huge waterfall inside this cave. I mean, it's pitch black, and you can't see it, but you know, you take flashlights. God, it's so awesome. I think that I didn't take a flashlight, but I had a little light. I was like, yeah, I think I even had a broken arm at the time. And my friend somehow, again, probably goes on the alcohol intake, got me back into Pettigene, Arkansas. I cannot believe you know about that place. I know that place. I used to go to Pettigene with my dad all the time. They used to have these swap meets, and we used to go to these swap meets on Pettigene, and man, that's a beautiful mountain. I know exactly what you're talking about. I love that place. Truck Everlasting was filmed. Oh yes, it was. Yeah, man, that is a gorgeous. Those swap meets they had there. God, it was. My dad, he's got this. Because he's getting older, right? He doesn't do it as much, but he's got this petroleum artifacts business where it's kind of oil-based type stuff, globes, glass globes, things such as that, and little pumps, gas pumps, things, stuff like that. And we would go out to Pettigene every, there was a particular time when these swap meets would happen, and he would take when we were little, we'd go out there and he'd set up his little booth thing, and man, I used to have it. I kind of did in a big way. Grew up and around that area. New Blaine, Arkansas is where our cabin is, which is not really far from Pettigene. It's about a 45-minute drive, something like that. I love history stuff too. That's my favorite. I found myself completely engulfing myself in like old civilizations, different history things that it fascinates the shit out of me. Not far from Rogers. Yeah, no, it's not far at all. I mean, no, yeah, it's right there. Actually, I think maybe there's this. We get off on highway to, I don't know, maybe the 35 Lincoln. Which one? And I think we drive through Lincoln. Is it Rogers or? Oh, he just got mad at me. Sorry, Linky. Well, I hate it when I do that thing. Oh, he's stretching. God, and stop shining the balls in my face. Then now I'm serious. Serious. Um, yeah. So I think that, man, I will. Well, yeah, we're gonna try to meet you out there. Okay, now, who wants to hear? Yay! Hey, whoa, wait, before I Light Bright, get a hold, let me know and, I will put that down and, I will get a hold of, yes, Devil's Den is right outside of Rogers. And I love Fort Smith. I am seriously thinking I want to move to Fort Smith so bad. And some people might say, I'm a drummer, and I played in a band. It was a punk band with these guys that lived in Fort Smith, and I was always driving to Fort Smith. Dude, Fort Smith has they used to have the best punk rock. This was like 25 years ago. I played it was like a hardcore metal band, and we would go to Fort Smith, and man, they had the best, punk rock / metal crowd ever. I mean, it blew my mind that so many. I do have Telegram. I don't have Telegram. I do have Discord, but you know what? As bad as this might be, yeah, my phone number is, well, I am on Facebook. I think on Facebook, and I don't know if I'm, but I think it's just under Joel Shaddy, I believe. I don't think it's under Joey DeNoville or any of that crap. You know what? I can check that. Okay. Sorry, I'm not the brightest. Whoa, shit balls. Wait. Oh my God. Helmet and Local H are coming. The Vanguard, when is that? October 4th, 2 days before my birthday. I'm gonna go to that, man. I didn't know Helmet was even still around. Anyway, so, my Facebook page, it is under Joel Shaddy. JoelShadday. I think I'll have the pictures like a black and white of me playing drums, and then me and my son are on the banner part. But yeah, look me up on there because you can message me on there. My phone is currently out. I don't really know what happens. Oh, cool. Okay. Here, this is my number. But when I am on Wi-Fi, I can get texts and calls, when I'm on Wi-Fi. Oh, did you just friend me on Facebook? Are you? Awesome balls. Cool. Well, that's way awesome. Okay. Well, I'm happy about this. We will meet you out there and say what's up. Definitely. Okay, cool. Yeah, a messenger. If I don't answer you immediately, I will. I will eventually. I usually not. It's not. It's not too long. I don't know if I check it daily. Maybe sometimes, but I will. I will look out for you. I put those dates down, and we remove some of your content. I want to see. You know what? They've been removing a lot of my. They always remove my fucking podcast episodes on Facebook. They. Okay, I confirmed you. Wow, you have red hair. Yeah. Adelio would be. I wonder why they keep doing that. They remove my, and then it's like they. I don't know. I don't know. Wait. Whatever. I do what I want. I'm just kidding. I don't do that at all. God, I'm sorry. I'm so. I do too. I suck at the phone and stuff as well. But you can, yeah, and my phone, man, it just, I think what it was, it wouldn't stay on unless it was plugged in. Now it's just the battery just said, dude, I'm done. And that was it. It was the end of my communication world. Yeah, sucks, but boy, in one side of the thing, it's pretty awesome. Just kidding. Well, all right, I will get a hold of you. If you're still on, you can listen to. I've got this story about about a hiker / camper with a, well, let's see. He says, I distance hike when I can. Sometimes this means getting up early or staying out late to get as many miles in as possible. Sometimes walking in the pitch dark with a low light headlamp gets spooky. I grew up in the woods of this area. I've slept under our canopy of stars more nights than I can count. I've trekked thousands of miles of trail, riverbank, lake shores, ridge bottoms, bogs, and creeks. Boggy creeks. I've hunted the game. I'm establishing this because it's important you understand I've heard, seen, and smelled out all the region has to offer in the many, many ways of the wilderness. My scariest experience, though, happened at about 4:30 in the morning. It was late spring, so the first morning light wouldn't be visible in the treetops for another 30 or 45 minutes. Another hour passed that till the sun came up. I was on mile 5. I'm in a low bottom that's wedged between two steep ridges. The trail I'm on was narrow, muddy, and completely hemmed back by the thick underbrush, young maple, and old oak growth. I'm focused on the small light from my headlamp. Just one step after the other, just zoned out. Then I heard a loud crack, and I froze. My dog's just, I go jumped at once. Not Lincoln, though. He is. All right. Mid-step, I froze. When fight or flight kicks in, you have 3 immediate instinct thoughts. Boy, that's the truth. Get the fuck out of there. The thought that instantly flashed in my mind although I have some, the thought that instantly flashed in my mind as I stood there balancing myself into silence was, if I hear that again, I'm turning around and I'm going back the way I came in a hurry. You know what me and Lincoln are going to do, though? We are going to go camping, and what we're going to do is if anything fucked up happens, we're not going to run from it. We're going to run at it and just be like, ah, and just like, because man, you know, you hear these stories or these videos or these, whatever, and these people are like, ah, and they'll see something. I hate the people that have drones and they won't fly up to whatever it is. I mean, you have a drone. Come on. Like, I don't want a half-ass picture video of what it is that, these shadowy, whatever. Anyway, me and Lincoln, and we're going to be podcasting live when we do it. We are going to flat out run up, if this is a shadow thing or a demon, whatever. We are going to run the fuck up to it. Just so because I'm so sick of not knowing anyway, sorry. Such is what this particular person is going through. Now, why am I going to leave and turn around in a hurry? Well, because that sound was not a branch breaking. It wasn't deadfall. It wasn't a widowmaker. rid of me. I was damn sure I just heard something intentional. Hearing it twice, well, that meant get out of there. To describe it as best I can, it sounded like a decent sized stick. Yep. Hearing it twice, well, that meant get out of there. To describe it as best I can, I sounded like a decent sized wooden stick being violently whacked against a smallish tree. Oh, more of a fungo bat. All right. Okay, I lost everything. But we're gonna disconnect. Yeah, such as that. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Whoa. Oh yeah, my bad. I always hope that nobody can hear me while I'm going. I sound like an idiot. Most of the time. Yeah, no. All right. I'm sorry. I usually won't take calls, but they keep calling, and I don't. Sometimes. I've been trying to get a job, and I was hoping to God that would be somebody, but no. All these people want shit. Anyway, all right. I apologize. It sounded like a decent-sized wooden stick being violently whacked against a smallish tree. More a fungo bat-sized stick than a baseball bat. Wow, very detailed there. The distinction in my head being that this sound was a crack and not a thud or thump, as I have described it as explosive in the past because it was so sudden, so terribly loud. I had the sense that it was about 50 yards directly in front of me, and it was so loud and so clear. Now, as I stood there completely spooked, I realized the soon-to-be worst part of my situation. I knew where the sound came from, and I knew where the trail went. In about 30 yards, I was going to come to a 180-degree turn and start up the ridge going away from the creek. This meant, as soon as I got the courage to move towards this noise, I was going to have to turn my back to it and get up the ridge. This made me very nervous. My head somewhere between methane murder and Bigfoot bludgeoning. I'm sorry. That is the reason that's so funny. All right, minutes pass. I just breathe my foggy breath into my glasses and listen, but nothing. Dead quiet. I've got about 20 or 30 minutes until first light. I crank up the headlight and start to slowly creep to the 180-degree turn. When you hear a headlamp in the woods at night, every tree branch in front of you casts a big black moving shadow on the trail. That did not help. Okay, I apologize. I get to the turn and quickly make the bend. I'm moving pretty fast at this point, trying to be quiet, taking tiny, shallow breaths so I can listen while humping it up the trail. Great. I like that description for that. And then I smell it. A stench hits me that I cannot describe. I just imagine wet, rotten death. I've actually worked scenes where humans have expired in a past life as a firefighter. This was like days of old decomposition, but it just smelled strange. I kept walking fast. By the time I made it to the top of the ridge, I was huffy, and the first light was showing. I didn't stop moving until full light was out and the birds were chirping. That could be a good noise. Yeah, I mean, depending on what you're doing. I've heard it all in our woods. I've smelled it all. I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell that was. Deadfall, and I especially leaped out branches, make a lot of noise on the way down. I've heard it many, many times. I don't know. Anybody knows and has a similar story? Please leave a comment. Wow, well, that's always fun. But not, I'm sorry. No, I know it's not. Okay, yeah. All right. Now this is one from Kong Stuffin. Kong Stuffin. These names. I mean, I gotta hand it to you guys. I love them. That's probably one of my favorite. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I was camping alone on a beach a few years ago. And just after 3 a.m., I woke up to a strange sound, like something was gently brushing up against the tent. The waves were pretty loud, so I wasn't sure. As I started to fall back asleep, I heard it again. This time I sat up. Suddenly, the sides of my tent were getting pushed in. Okay. I could see the shapes of hands pushing it on all sides. No sounds came from outside other than the ocean. I was too terrified to even say a word. I've never been that scared in my life. After a few seconds that felt like an hour, it suddenly just stopped. I waited for a few minutes, then unzipped the tent and poked my head out and flicked on a flashlight. There were shoe prints all around the tent. I figure it was probably just some kids messing with me, but damn, did they ever mess with me. Well, I'm going to say this. Any kids that think you might do that, I wouldn't do that. Anytime I go, I have a gun, and I'm not afraid to make a hole in my tent. Just saying. Especially if it's a shotgun. I wouldn't go doing something like that. Okay, now this one, honestly, some of these emails, a lot of times the first time I'm reading them is right off. If you have any stories that you would like me to read, please email me at namysterypodcast@gmail.com. Any kind of story. I mean, even if you want to make it up, it doesn't bother me. Like any experiences you've had camping, or even ghost stories at your house, anything. I love reading these stories. It's quite entertaining. Alien bases on the moon. This one, Vladimir. Was somewhere in the middle of the White Mountains in the summer when I walked into what looked like a scene from a horror movie. Ooh. Well, a person with zero hiking, camping, or other experience had gotten themselves in trouble. Big trouble. It was around 7 a.m. when I found the campsite. First thing that hit me was the eerie stillness, until I noticed the shred tent under a tree and the desperate-looking human figure covered in blood, whimpering quietly. Oh, God. I put my bag down, grabbed my kit, and went over to the person. It looked like they had just lost a knife fight with a four-armed man. Deep slashes from one shoulder to hip, single punctures up and down his back, hands and forearms, full of what looked like to be defensive cuts. I patched him up the best I could, gave him water, checked my map, and hightailed it to the closest road. This was before cell phones were super prevalent and before they barely worked in the mountains. Oh yeah, I do remember those days. Thankfully, the road was very close by, less than 2 miles. I was able to flag someone down. They took off and waited for assistance to arrive. It took about an hour until rescue arrived, and I led them to the still unidentified individual. He was not very conversive when I helped him out. I was sure he would be dead before we arrived, but I was wrong. I assisted rescue bringing him out and took them up on the offer to head into town and get it cleaned up. After cleaning up and getting myself situated at the station, I went on my way, leaving them my number to call and let me know what was up with the person we helped out. I got home 3 days later. There was a message on my machine. The story was that the guy I found decided to go camping one day and heard that he had to keep food hung from a tree to keep bears away. Well, he did that, but put it almost directly over his tent and not high enough. The night before I happened upon the site, a bear had used the tent and its occupant to attempt to climb the tree to get the food. The guy, he had woken up to 4 bear paws sinking into his body, shifting to reach up. God. Dude survived and swore to the hospital staff that he was moving to the city and never going into the woods again. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're doing shit like that, you probably don't need to be camping out. I'm just, no, I've known to be wrong more than probably right, but anyway, going with that. Oh, who, me? I'm getting shot if I don't announce myself. Oh, I got you. I see what you're saying. I got you. Hey, there's Lou Rock, everybody. What's up, Lou Rock? How are you doing? I dig him. I love him too. He's got a great podcast, everybody. If you are on Podbean, which I recommend, great people have great podcasts. Lou Rock is one. Of course, the sweetheart of all, Light Bright. She is just amazingly awesome, which hopefully, I'm going to go hang out with Light Bright. I'm hoping in the near future. I do have that down. Feeling gonna say what's up. Moving on. All right. Now, these are fun. Okay. Whoa. Ooh, okay. Now, let's see. I want to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right, my friends. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm probably not gonna be able to read one of these. All right. Here we go. Yeah, this is kind of long, though. Everybody get sunk into whatever it might. I don't. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Intellectual. Yeah. This is a pretty cool story. It wasn't a stretch for me to believe in cryptids when I first started hearing about such things as Bigfoot and the Dogman. I've always believed in the paranormal and the supernatural and extra testicles. I'm just kidding. Extraterrestrials, come on. God, I didn't. Well, couldn't have left that one open? I mean, come on. Wah, 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 wah. All right. Nobody likes to hear about extra testicles, especially when they're Lincoln's big shiny nose. Well, they're just in my. Nope, never mind. He rolled over. He sleeps on his back. It's so funny. All right. Sorry about the extraterrestrials. I don't know why, but I have never doubted the existence of things we can't always see. Man, did I write this? Exactly what I was saying. I have had many experiences with Bigfoot and other cryptids since this one. They not only prove to me that he and most likely many others, even more than the ones I've seen, exist, but that they're more than most of us think that they are. They are intelligent beings and quite terrifying, so say on. What? Oh, they are intelligent beings and quite terrifying to set eyes on. when you're in the moment. It was until afterwards that I realized the enormity of what I saw. Let me start at the beginning. I was staying in a rented log cabin for a week just to go on a mini vacation. I had some time off from work that I either had to use or it was going to go bad and expire, so to speak. And so I just decided to go and hang out off grid in the wilderness for a week. That's what I want to do. Are going to do. This was in the early 90s, but ever since and because of my experience that week, the direction and path of my life has been forever altered. Now I go out and look for the paranormal, the supernatural, and most especially for cryptids. I've had many sightings, but I normally keep my findings to myself, at least in regard to my personal life. I work with a bunch of other professionals that I share common goals with, but other than that, it really isn't a conversation starter in most social circles where I'm from. I live in Illinois, and I live here at the time of my encounter, and while most people around admit that Bigfoot exists, they draw a hard line at people saying that they have actually encountered it. It's almost like they're content to just focus on it and keep it a legend and nothing more. I love staying in the cabin, and it was right in front of a huge lake that I made up. Most of my backyard, other than that, it was all just dense wilderness. I was like a no man's land. It's like a no man's land, all my own, and I'll say now I ended up living there indefinitely and still am here to this day. I've since bought the property and can't tell at all the crazy things that I have seen here. Here's what happened to me to make me sure that cryptids, Bigfoot, and I'm sure so many others are intelligent beings. I had gone for a walk in the woods around the cabin out sheer boredom. I was bored a lot that week, but this was kind of the point. I roamed the woods and took all the trails, and this one day I came upon a trail I had not explored yet. Since I had gone in a new, different way, I decided to take this last one that day. I walked out because I got confused and disoriented. And though I wanted to turn back around, I couldn't easily find the path I had taken into the woods and to that particular spot. I sat down on a large boulder, but suddenly I started getting pelted in the back of the head with small rocks. They hurt, despite being they were so small, and they landed all around me. I picked one up and turned around, and even in my confusion, I was angry and I threw it back. I was dizzy, though I had to sit right back down. The rock stopped once I threw the one back, at least up until that point. And within 10 minutes or so, I was able to get up and start walking again. I saw something run through the trees, and it was really super fast. Despite my instincts telling me to turn and go back the way I'd come, I didn't listen, and I took off running after it. See, that's what I'm saying. God damn it. Did we right? Seriously. I thought at first it was a bear, but the color was off. There were no grizzlies in that part of the state, and I'm not even real sure there's anywhere in the state at all, to be honest with you. The hair was reddish brown, and it was running on all fours. I tried to keep up, but I lost sight of it for a few minutes. I don't know why I was chasing what I thought was a bear, but I think somewhere deeper down inside, I knew it was something else. After all, something or someone had been throwing rocks at me, and it made more sense that it was human being and not some animal. It suddenly hit me, all at once, that I was possibly some sort of a feral wild man. I read about them in books about cryptids. The so-called wild men always made an appearance in those books because of how they are mistaken for Bigfoot a lot. Anyway, I stopped and listened. I was angry. Someone had been pelting me with rocks, and it was like intent on confronting them. I was very content on confronting them. I called out for whoever it was. And that's when I saw something moving between two trees about 20 feet or so away from me. I couldn't see all of it, but I was sure what I believed to be its leg, and it was massive, muscular, and hairy as hell. I walked closer, slowly, and realized it was long hair or fur, and not like a man's hair on his legs. The thing stepped out once I got to be about 5 feet or so away from the tree, and that's close. And it slung a huge tree branch at me. I ducked to avoid it hitting me in my face, and when I looked up, the creature was gone. It took me a minute to catch my breath and get my bearings as I realized what I had just seen. It almost looked like a man, also like some sort of primate. All the pictures of Bigfoot went running through my head, and I knew that I had just seen him. I saw him running off on his hind legs and decided not to give chase. I was scared at that point, but turns out it was more curious about me than it was about the particular animal, because that wasn't the last I would see of the creature. That same night, I heard something messing around with my garbage cans, and I went outside expecting to see some small creature just looking for food or even a bear. I got the shock of my life when I walked out and the Sasquatch was just standing there, picking through my garbage. I didn't even try to hide. I just stood there, dumbfounded as it ate things out of my garbage. It looked at me and snarled and then took off running into the woods. I saw it plain as clear as day. I ran inside to get my flashlight, which I kept right by the door, and I ran after it in the woods. Needless to say, I didn't catch it, and I certainly couldn't catch up to it. It was superhumanly fast when it was running and on all fours. The next day, I went and searched for tracks or footprints. I saw them almost immediately, but they looked like they had been wiped away somehow. Weird. It was like I could tell that they were Bigfoot tracks, but the creature was smart enough to go back and try to cover up the tracks on my property. It was like this for an entire half of a mile before finally I realized I wasn't going to get any photos or even get evidence of its existence for myself. It was covering its tracks. This creature came back over and over again, and I didn't manage to get some audio of them. There weren't any cell phones back then, and I didn't really have a video camera handy, but I did have an old audio tape recorder. I heard the lids of my old tin garbage cans banging together and the sounds of whooping and hollering coming from outside. I looked out the window and saw a bunch of rapid movement through the woods right outside my house, and there was two standing at the cans and banging them together. They were looking right at me, man. I was trapped in my house because I thought they had come there to confront me for trying to chase the one down, and also for following like I did. I realized I had been playing with fire and dealing with something I didn't really have a clue what it was or the real danger of it. The creatures stayed there all night long. They banged on the trees and they dug through my trash, all the while making noise with the can lids. I was absolutely terrified and felt like if I had gone outside, it would have been bad. They didn't want to leave until the sun came up, and I didn't really get any sleep that night. I think it was just a warning, though, because they really weren't trying to get inside or anything. I had been focused on the creatures in front of my house, and I didn't notice the police car. I'm just kidding. I didn't notice at the time all of the damage that was being done on the back of my house. My grill had been thrown off the deck. My deck had been claw marked all over the place, and there wasn't a single footprint or other shred of evidence in sight except for a little beach that led right into the lake. Those quickly washed away after I saw them and before I could get any evidence to them. I had been terrorized by those things, and they left no trace that they had ever been there. They left no trace behind. I believe they can go through portals, and I also believe that there could be a sort of extraterrestrial element to them, And in all of my research, I've found case after case of people saying that they were terrorized by Bigfoot, but then he was gone without a trace and in the blink of an eye. Many of those same witnesses say that they suddenly became confused and disoriented right before their encounter, just like I had. I know my encounter isn't the scariest one you will ever come across, but these things know exactly what they were doing. And though they seem to be solitary, most of the time someone only sees one at a time. But when they need to send a message or to get a point across, they will get all together. I think that they have the same minds or types of brains as human beings, and they're probably a lot smarter than us. They were organized and knew how to not only cover up their tracks, but to leave certain things, like the scratches on my deck and the footprints in the sand, to make us wonder. We will probably never be able to catch one, though, because they are aware of what we want to do with them, in most cases. They know hunters go into the woods with firearms to try and shoot them merely to prove their existence. I started leaving food out, and the food would be gone in the morning, but I never really saw anything that said it was them that was taking it. However, I did hear the whooping, the hollering, and the banging on the trees in the middle of the night. Between 2 and 3 in the morning, that's when they would come. I've tried setting up cameras hundreds of times. They always seem to malfunction right when the food is being taken, when the hollering starts. They work just fine any other time. That brings me to my final thought, and that they must be supernatural in some way to be able to so effortlessly and without ever making any error, do something to make sure my cameras never pick them up. They couldn't do anything about the old voice recorder, though, and I have hours and hours of audio proving their existence. Most people I work with agree that's what I captured, but some doubt it, and that's okay. I know what I'm dealing with Bigfoot, and to this day I leave food out, and I am planning on trying to use more hidden cameras in different areas. They always get trashed or simply malfunction, though, but I know there have to be been people who claim to have captured audio and video of them. I believe whatever they're doing with the cameras and electronics, they are doing on purpose. They are intelligent beings, and I would advise against aiming a firearm at them or even having an ill intent when you see one. I've got more to write about other things I've seen, but the Sasquatch scares me the most because they are smarter than and can outwit us at any time they choose. You've been warned.
Diverse hypotheses.
Yep. Well, my friends, it is time for me to get off of here. You guys have a wonderful, spectacular day. That is a good name. Everybody, have a wonderful day. Lightbright, I will get a hold of you. Wait, let me write this down. Where did it go? Boom, 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 boom. Wait a minute. Down. I'm trying to find your number again. I'm going to write it down so that I can get the hold of it. It is. What is up, motherfucker? Please, Spotify, don't kick me off for playing Clutch. I am not trying to, it's just a good fucking band and a better song. Right, I will get a hold of you. Eye Candy Cleaning Services. That is a good name for cleaning business. Very memorable. I like it.
But everything looks like a target to me. And I don't know where the gun is. But I'm certain that it's pointed at me.
That was the song.
And in the jungle, wretched jungle, they say the lion needs tonight. And all around it is a coliseum, dripping with a voracious appetite. I said